Podcasting from the Red Hook section in Brooklyn, New York. This is the Brooklyn Baritone Podcast. Hey, good morning, everyone. It's usually morning when I'm recording these podcasts and productions, but whenever you choose to listen to them, morning, afternoon, evening, nighttime, late at night, I always appreciate the likes, the looks, the listens, but I very much would appreciate the support by hitting the subscribe and notification bell on my YouTube channel, Brooklyn Baritone. But of course, do that if you want to. No pressure. Boy, the ABCs of how things are going right now aren't as easy and great as you think. See, the ABCs that I'm talking about is the anarchy, the breaking of spirits, the chaos, and the division. It's been happening for a long time. And these are things that's been set in motion little by little, compromise after compromise after compromise, so we get to the point where we're like, how did we even get here? This is all definitely by design. The problem is there's so much people out there that are more than willing to support these ABCs that I just aforementioned. And it's only because they want to just hold on to the treasures or the successes, with some serious air quote with successes behind these things. Because there are a lot of people out there that drink the Kool-Aid, but it ain't Kool-Aid that they're drinking. But as for reference, many people hear that term drinking the Kool-Aid usually refers to people who blindly or willfully follow anything that is detrimental to either themselves or other people for the sake of what they feel is their own gain. That basically was coined from Jim Jones, not the rapper, basically a cult leader who made up a cult in Jonestown, infamously in Guyana. And he got his followers to drink arsenic-laced beverage. People may believe it was Kool-Aid, might have been reported as Kool-Aid, but anything basically around that, something that tasted good that wasn't good for them. But the thing is, this is not Kool-Aid. This is basically from the cup, straight from the book. This is the cup from that undesirable woman of Babylon. They call it the whore of Babylon, because she basically intoxicates people with all of her trinkets, all of her successes, all of her glamour, and those who drink it, who partake in it, they're basically enjoying that. And the thing about that is, it's very telling, and it's also a representation of this world that we're living in right now. Because what she represents is the falsehoods, and then the people who are basically hypnotized by those falsehoods, they're drinking the wine, enjoying the Kool-Aid. And this is all occult. This is all definite spiritual warfare. And these people who are supporting it, unfortunately, they're willing to sacrifice you to hold on to their world. They're willing to sacrifice you to their idols. Their idols could be their job. They could be getting up in life, and they've been basically making it. They've been doing their thing. These people could actually be holding on to their cars. They could be holding on to going out and eating because they enjoy eating. They want to go out and shop. You know, as people coin, that's part of the term, getting back to normal. And these people are more than willing to turn their backs on you. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people who you know, people who you entrusted, people who you were close with. There are people, unfortunately, among those ranks that are willing to sacrifice you and turn their backs on you to hold on to what this world has to offer. That's unfortunately man in his finite knowledge and wisdom, and forsaking everything that Elohim has for them. And see, when it comes down to it, regardless of where you are in life, what your bank accounts are looking like, what it's not looking like, you see something right, you see something that's injustice happening to other people, to you, you take a stand. You don't necessarily have to be going out and protesting. You don't necessarily have to go through extreme measures Just take a stand, a personal stand against it, to know that you cannot bow down to these ways that are being presented to us, that we are being goaded into, that we are being forced into. You cannot serve two masters. Because there are people who say they follow Elohim, but they support this madness that's going on. They support the anarchy, the breaking of spirits, the chaos, the division. They support it. You cannot be on the side of Elohim, but then choose to support what this system of man is doing. Everyone needs to stay vigilant. It's good to stand up to injustice, wherever it is. That's only part of it. Because once many people understand the destructive ways of what's going on, and a lot of people are waking up, not woke people, people who are waking up. That's one part of it. You understand that this is terrible. This is madness. But then you can't just turn back to man again as salvation. You can't turn to man. As you can see, we can't trust our fellow men. You have to look outside of this problem. Look at our Creator. You have to turn to our Creator. You have to make that cognizant choice. I know many people are pulled towards Him. And I get it, why they may feel attached to this world. They don't want to be labeled as an extremist. They understand the world that they grew up in. You have to also understand the many things that happen in this world is by design. But it's also by design for as much of us to take part in Elohim's kingdom. Past all of this, all the grandeur of structures, money, fame, cars, whatever it is, this is nothing. This is temporary. Stop seeking an infinite type of lifestyle with a finite mindset. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Anyway, that's all I have for today. If you want to catch more of my content, you could catch my website at www.brooklynbaritone.com. You could also catch more of my content on my YouTube channel, The Brooklyn Baritone. You can also find me at Corey Ashley at LinkedIn. I'm also on Instagram and I'm on Facebook. You can get the audio versions of these podcasts on Google Podcasts, Apple iTunes Podcasts, and Amazon Music under Podcasts. I also broadcast 4 times a week on local Brooklyn cable television. That's on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 12 a.m. and 2 p.m. on Verizon, Spectrum, RCN, and Optimum. Anyways, that's all I have. I want you guys to be blessed. Walk good. You will hear from me next week. Thanks for watching. I'm out.